Warning signs could be crying on the phone, withdrawing from friends and family, dropping out of activities, changes in appearance. Any of the signs that would tell us that a young person was in trouble.
It just happened in health class one day. We were watching, we got on the topic of abuse, and we were watching a video. And that's when it clicked. And the way that relationship was exactly the way that mine and my boyfriend was. If your boyfriend starts telling you that it's not important to hang out with your family anymore, and that it's more important to hang out with him, that's the biggest warning sign ever.
There's certainly subtle forms of abuse, like controlling behaviors. But parents need to understand it can go well above and beyond that, to include things like threats to harm oneself or one's dating partner, can include destruction of property, and even all the way up to injury and death.
You know, I kind of felt bad about myself. I started wondering, you know, what kind of a person am I? What do I want out of life? You know, is this how I want to be treated the rest of my life? The answer is no. You know, I want respect. I want to be able to give someone respect, and I want respect back.
Just ways that, you know, he would talk to me. I mean, he was putting me down more than I'd ever been put down in my life. And so it was just like, you know, you don't realize it until you step back from it and take some time and look at it.
You need to be cognizant of these, you know, even subtle changes in behavior that might indicate there's something there she's not telling me. You know, there's something there, something kind of strange going on. And don't be afraid to ask.
All of us have a role in preventing this. It's not inevitable. It doesn't have to be this way. Violence does not have to occur. It's not necessarily a natural thing that we just throw up our hands and say, that's human nature. So yes, I think parents and all of us can go a long way toward preventing it.
What parents can do is model healthy relationships in their homes for their children, and that doesn't mean don't argue or don't have conflict, but demonstrate how that can be resolved in a respectful manner. I think children learn so much by watching their parents fight. Try to share power as much as possible in appropriate situations so that young people grow up with an expectation that they have their own power.
You have your own control again. I mean, you have to work to get it back. Because, I mean, for months afterwards, you're still telling yourself, oh, you're not going to get anybody. But, I mean, when you work it back up, it feels great.
Friends, family, teachers, community members, strangers on the street, all of us have a role. If we see abusive behavior, and if it's safe, we should step in and say something, do something, help a friend. If it's not safe, we should go get somebody else who can help. But the important thing is to do something.
There was this one guy that tried talking to me, and I was on the computer.
Just working on some schoolwork that needs to get done.
Oh, you know, maybe if you gave me your phone number, I wouldn't be so distracting.
And he got mad at me just because I told him to leave me alone, so he just started cursing me out.
It's just a phone number, why can't you just give it to me?
Okay,
God.
if it's just a phone number, why is it such a big deal?
Yeah, it's just stupid computer. Whoops, whoops, wow. Yeah, see ya.
I felt like, what's going on? You know, I don't even know you. I just told the principal, and she dealt with it, and she took care of it.
Schools really need to address this issue in a comprehensive way, beginning with policies that define dating violence and sexual harassment, and lay out a protocol for school personnel to follow when they get reports of dating violence or when they witness an incident, and how to support the victim in staying safe, and how to provide educational and therapeutic interventions for the young person who's the abuser.
Like, the first time you even see them be abusive, or like they're gonna hit you or they get loud and they don't know how to control it, then that's when you should leave a person.
We have to help. We have to help. We all have to start naming it. We have to start claiming it, and we got to stop it.
I don't think you should waste any time when you even have the little bit of a feeling that it's going to get abusive. Just either get away and just break up with them. I mean, don't talk to them. And if it gets to the point where they're not leaving you alone, then take it to somebody. Take it to your parents. Take it to the police. Do something. I mean, it's like you don't ever have to be abused by anyone.
Keep on. Just keep talking to them, talking at them. If it feels like that, they are listening. Get connected with other parents. I have that set up with friends of mine who have daughters the same age. We've been together a long time. We talk about everything under the sun. So it's really staying connected with kids and with other parents.
Ask the family, ask a friend, ask anyone. The important thing is that you're not dealing with it yourself, that you're trying to talk with someone and work it through, because you're not going to deal with it alone. You shouldn't have to.
I just did it cold turkey. I broke it off, didn't answer the calls, changed my number, everything. And I salute anybody who can do that.
I think unconditional love is critical for everything. You have the opportunity to provide that safe foundation for them, that no matter what goes on, I can always go home, I can always go to mom or dad.
If you suspect something, don't ignore it. Kids say they need privacy. They want their privacy. Give them no privacy. If you think that your child is being harmed by somebody, male or female, I just wouldn't give up until you find out.
Get your stuff back on your feet, and then when you realize that you're ready for a relationship again, get to know that person and know that he won't make the mistakes or she won't make the mistakes that your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend did.
Think about before you start yelling and throwing things. You can always sit down and think about stuff. You can talk it out. There's a moment right before you hit someone that you could stop. You could say, wait a minute, this is not right.
So basically, you gotta give respect to get respect. If you keep doing what you're doing to your partner, it's just gonna make your partner feel bad. And you wanna see your partner be happy.
Parents have a right to know where their children are, who they're going with, when they're gonna be home. They have a right to know all those things and ask about them. What happened at school today? They also have a responsibility to model healthy relationships and healthy behaviors, whether that's showing love and support or showing how you resolve conflict in a way that's respectful and nonviolent. And also keeping the lines of communication open is really important. Parents need to let their children know that they can come to them with anything, and they can confide in them and share their pain or share anything that would be important to them without being afraid of being punished or having privileges taken away. And those are all really important ways that parents can show their children that they love them.
Whether you are together or apart, you should love your child, period. Because that's what the young ladies are looking for, and that's what the young men are looking for. They're looking for somebody to love. And until you do that, and then that child knows unconditionally that they are loved, and that's when the respect comes in. Because if you love me enough, I know what love is, and this is not part of love. Love your child.